So it was very stressful because I felt like every day I had to get up and like perform.
But in the beginning, like they kind of already have set ideas of who they want and who they don't.
And 9 times out of 10, it's not where they originally wanted to go.
Yeah. So I had 2 girls go through the whole rush with one house.
And I feel like I got like played out of the system just because I'm not Southern enough, my GPA wasn't high enough.
Recruitment is a process at the University of Alabama to get into Greek life where thousands of girls come together and get a feel of all the houses. And I was a road guy for recruitment this year. Road guys disaffiliate from their chapters, like step out of it, so like we don't get any information about our chapter's recruitment or any of that. We stop writing letters. It's like we're like not a part of the sorority anymore. And we get a group of girls for recruitment that we kind of guide them through. This year for Rush we did a little bit differently. We had competition in the Coliseum and they listened to really long speeches from the whole Panhellenic team and extras. The next round's open house. They're still not in houses, but they do like peer off into smaller groups where they will watch videos on each of the houses and rank their top 12 houses. And then philanthropy, they get their schedule back, philanthropy morning. They have a max of 12 houses, but they can get as little as 1. And they go in, the house tells them a little bit about their philanthropy and what they support and all that. We move on to sisterhood and they can open their schedule sisterhood morning, go back in, learn about their sisterhood from the actives in the houses. And it rolls around to preference, you get your schedule, you get your 2 houses that you like them and they liked you, match up. And then after that, you rank your 1 and 2. Most of my girls were really strong, which was really good. I had girls who did go in knowing everything and have expectations. And then once recruitment didn't meet those expectations, that led to a lot of sad missions. But yeah, there are some breakdowns.
Did you see any other PNMs having a meltdown?
Yes, like meltdowns, like hyperventilating, throwing up in trash cans, like yeah.
Do you think there is a divide between old row and new row?
If I was answering as a road guy, I would say no, it's not a real thing. But after being in a sorority for 3 years, like, I don't think it's as much as a divide. I think if you're in an old row house, you pride yourself on being an old row house, and if you're in a new row house, like, it doesn't really, like, you're not like, yeah, I'm in a new row house. But I think old row houses consider themselves as, like, more divided, if that makes sense.
Like superior?
Yeah, almost.
What did you know about Rush before coming in?
I didn't really know that much. I was like the first person in my family to rush, so I kind of learned like a little bit from other people about like what goes on during like the different rounds and everything, and that was about it.
Seeing everything on social media, did it affect your outlook on any houses?
Kind of. I feel like I had like a biased opinion towards or like against some houses just based off of like TikTok.
Did you get dirty rushed, and if so, did you turn them in?
I did, but I didn't turn them in.
What was your experience with dirty rushing?
So right before I went into that house for philanthropy, they all like mass followed me on Instagram, and then when I was in the house like each round, they kept telling me how much they loved me and how they couldn't like wait to see me at the next round.
When did you know you wanted to go Alpha Chi?
But like during philanthropy is when I like stepped into the house and I felt super welcome, and I really started to like put it more on my radar. And then during sisterhood, with like my conversations with the girls, everyone was just so like amazing and genuine, so that definitely confirmed my decision.
Are you in a sorority?
No. Social media had a small play in like how I viewed Rush. I thought it was more of just like girlhood and stuff like that, and then when I got into it, I found like it was a lot about where you're from and like who you know, and just like having those like inside sources that I did not have. Yes, I would say girls who are like from the South, like Alabama or like just like southern states, like have a better chance getting into like a lot of houses. Just like certain ones of them have like a better reputation. Yeah, I would say old row is more like Southern. You always hear about like the new row or like girls who like don't fit like the stereotypical like Southern like South girl. I see like a lot of the girls who are in houses that I did like from the beginning are girls who have older sisters or cousins or like their mom or like family members like went to Alabama or stuff like in a lot of sororities. I would say my experience just was like very unfair. Like I felt like a lot of things were taken away from me because I'm not from the South and like I didn't know anyone going into this, which is why I thought Rush was going to be like for me because I was going to meet a lot of people and like surely I made like a few friendships out of it, but like I'm not in a sorority and like I took all the time to do that. During high school I definitely had like hard experiences and stuff which like kind of like mattered during my education. Like it kind of made like 2 years of high school for me kind of hard, so like they don't even know that, and like based off those experiences made my GPA like not the best. Like I had a 3.3 which isn't like terrible, but like for them to judge me like I came to college for a new start, like to get better grades, like to find people like to make me stronger like education wise, and like they're just judging me off of things that like they don't even know, which I just feel like isn't fair. Like genuinely when you think about it, it's all older girls who are just like judging younger girls on why they wouldn't fit in somewhere. I would say I got dirty rushed a little bit, and when she was like, I stalked you on Instagram, like I can't wait to like be your big, like if you're in this house, like I loved you so much, I feel like we relate so much, and like kind of told me about like once you're in the sorority, like what you do like on the day after your retreat. And I was like, so like in my head when someone's like sitting there telling me like this is what we're gonna do like after retreat and stuff, I was like okay, and then I didn't even get that house back. Okay, so I dropped Rush on bid day. I actually went to bid day. I was kind of promised another house, so when I opened my bid day, like bid, whatever you call it, like it was just like very disappointing to me because I was kind of promised to be in another house by a girl, like so I was like kind of dirty rushed. And like I dropped being out of Rush because I think the girls who are in the sorority that I got back are like great people. It just was never my vibe. And just like the houses that I had before, like I felt like were a lot more home. And I feel like I got like played out of the system just because I'm not Southern enough, my GPA wasn't high enough. It was just like toxic, like no one even really knew me. Like, and like I spent so much time and money and like putting like so much effort into something to get completely nothing back for like literally no reason.
Okay.
So I started preparing for Rush probably in the month of like June, like early June, May. These are all my dresses that I had for Rush, and all for what? So I just feel like I put a lot of time and effort that maybe some people who are even in a sorority didn't do that. And like for me to get like the outcome of like I made sure like I was talking about the right things. I was like even appealing to look more Southern to like fit in, and like it just wasn't even enough just because they're basing me off of things that like I can't control. Like I can't control where I was born. I can't control how I did in high school after it's over, and like just things like that really like took away from my experience.
What did you know about Rush before coming in?
So no one in my family has been part of Greek life or any of that. So definitely coming from Kentucky to Alabama and it being so prominent here, I knew like absolutely nothing. Just kind of what people had told me, and I knew it was a really big deal, but I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest.
Being from Kentucky, do you think that affected what houses you got back?
I've heard that some houses are like, oh, these are southern houses, these are northern houses or whatever. I really don't know how much that played into it. I felt like the houses I got back were like, yeah, like it matched up. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see myself in these houses.
Did you get dirty rushed at all? And if so, did you turn them in?
I did get dirty rushed. I did not turn them in because I like know someone in the sorority. I got dirty rushed and I really don't want them to be in trouble.
Good. How did social media affect this process for you?
Social media played a big part of my Rush journey, and leading up to Rush, someone had discovered my account and knew that I was going to Alabama and rushing, and they started talking about me, and I gained like 5,000 followers overnight. And then day one of Rush, I gained like 20,000 followers overnight. So it was very stressful because I felt like every day I had to get up and like perform for not only the sororities, but I was being myself, but also for the people on TikTok as well. And it was a lot of pressure.
Having that much speculation around which house you would go to, did that impact you in any way?
It kind of did because I was like, oh, they think I'm gonna go to this house. Like, I knew that they had an expectation for me, and I was nervous that they'd be disappointed that I didn't go the houses that they wanted. But I went the house that I wanted and I felt the most comfortable in. So, you know, I was like, well, it doesn't matter what they think as long as I'm happy. I'm the one who has to be here.
What was your favorite thing about Rush?
I really liked meeting new people and talking to a lot of people.
Overall, are you happy with how your experience turned out?
Yeah.
Okay, how was the process of being like an active member on the other side of Rush?
So different. You realize there's like so much that goes into it that you don't see when you're rushing. It's insane.
What was the hardest part of doing that?
Figuring out what to say to girls and like trying to make them feel comfortable. Yeah, there was a few girls where I like would ask them things and they were just like, yeah. And you can only ask certain things, so I like ran out of things to say. Work week is like, think about if you like played a sport, like dance or cheer, and you have like a whole week to like prepare and like learn everything and do everything. You stay in the house for like 8-9 hours and just run through everything of Rush.
Do you think like how girls rank in the companion app makes a big difference for the first round of Rush? What is that, philanthropy?
No. It doesn't really matter like where you rank like things as a PNM in the earlier rounds. Towards the end, then it does matter because that's like where you end up on their list and where you put them on your list. It like evens out. But in the beginning, like they kind of already have set ideas of who they want and who they don't.
Do you think it like, depending on where like a PNM is from, has like a say in like what house they would end up in?
I think for some, yes. I didn't like when I was rushing, I didn't notice that, but after you like definitely hear about it, like they only take certain people from areas.
What do you guys know about Rush before coming in?
When I was coming in, I've just seen all like the stereotypes on TikTok. Like I watched all of Kylan Darnell's TikTok. Everyone that like went through Rush was famous, and that was like my perspective on it.
Did social media affect your outlook on certain houses?
Yes, it definitely did because I stalked every single house's social media before I went in, and I was like, I want this one, and this one's not for me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I stalked every house on every social media, and then Yik Yak also. Definitely.
Do you think Yik Yak changed your opinion on some houses? Like
Yes.
But do you think it gave you more of like an honest perspective? Does that make sense?
Yeah, personally, for me, no, I didn't have Yik Yak, but yeah.
I don't think it gave me more of an honest perspective, but it definitely like affected my view on some houses.
You're like where you're from will help depict what houses you get back for philanthropy.
Well, I'm a legacy for 3 different houses, and they're all like the southern houses, like the old rose southern houses, whatever. I never even went into any of those 3.
Okay, so like mentally, when you would get back a house you really, really liked, or you would get back like nothing, like how did that really affect you like personally?
Okay, personally, I would get back my schedule every single time the house I wanted dropped. Tears, it really affected me. I would like leave my roguekai group and start crying. Like it was so bad. I'd call my mom. And, but here I am. So
Yes.
very happy.
Mine wasn't really like that. Mine was more like, I don't know, I really tried to go into it with an open mind. So if a house I liked like dropped me, I would just take a deep breath and move on with my life. It was more like mentally exhausting for me. I'm not a social person, so that just took a lot out of me.
Well, because you're socializing literally from 7 a.m. to like whenever the houses end, because you have to socialize with the girls in your roguekai group.
Yeah.
Yes, all day, every day for a week. Like I
Literally.
was so mentally drained that entire week.
This system of like the whole Rush is like crazy and like extensive. Do you really think that everything like works out how it's supposed to?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like they know where to put the right people. Like it's crazy.
I don't think I've met anyone here. Like I've met people at other schools who have hated their houses, but everyone I've met here has ended up loving
Yes, everyone here loves
wherever
their
they end
house.
up. And 9 times out of 10 it's not where they originally wanted to go. So.
4, 3, 2, 1.